Family, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever on a day. And welcome to the program Inside Salon today. Now, the then and now media empire where the broadcast live on Facebook. Me now, host and presenter, Mohamed Kamara, commonly known as Supermed. And today, now the 27th of February 2021, Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, today we get an illustrious Sierra Leonean. Somebody where most Sierra Leoneans they know say, when they say patriots, now a true patriot of that country, waiting up Tiganga for defending people in country. And today, this particular guest, now no other person other than the lawyer himself, lawyer Abu Bakarr Kalokoh. And we therefore can talk about plenty things them where most of we confuse about na social media. You know, some legal thing them. As we all know, lawyer Kalokoh, now the lawyer for the people them. Because most of the legal ramblings they hold again in our country, now in can social media and clarify where they make the least people themselves understand what they're about. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, when allow share this program here, now we get plenty people in. We go listen this interview directly from Lawyer Kalokoh himself. This no other person, Lawyer Kalokoh himself, they already with me in the studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, again, I plead with you all for love continue, love hit that share button, love share the program. Like where I say, the program will cover 3 segments of the interview. We will look at the legal side in terms of so many things that will happen in our country. And Lawyer Kalokoh, na a stakeholder, on a very senior member of the main opposition APC party, now be also a former flag bearer, aspirant, now the 2018 election, and a current flag bearer aspirant again for the 2023 election under the APC party. So this is not a part of the serialization where they talk to potential flag bearer aspirants of the APC party where they continue. And two we don't know, so don't bring to Dr. Samuel Kamara, we don't bring Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Almami Petito Koma, we don't bring Last week we bring Honorable Kemosisi, and this week now Abu Bakarr Kalokoh in 10. So we for cover all the issues they are so. So ladies and gentlemen, I appeal to now, do you not continue for share the program? I don't want to delay anymore. I know say plenty people don't look or don't wait for this program, don't look forward to this particular interview. Because like what I say no more, the confusion on social media is plenty. We all confused. We're not a lawyer then, we're not a legal-minded people then. And we get a legal luminary now, we're not outstanding somebody where in terms of the legal wrangling in our country, you know, get any other better person for clarify issues other than Lawyer Abu Bakarr Kalokoh. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I want to all join me. Lord, welcome Lawyer Abu Bakarr Kalokoh to the program. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. Again, I want to say, when at this particular platform, we're very, very fortunate and we appreciate you coming at this platform here so greatly. But as a key stakeholder in the APC party and also a prominent lawyer in Sierra Leone, recently the APC party seems to move out from an injunction to another injunction. People are confused. We not say before them do the last, they will go do the convention, then slap them an injunction. That convention they not be take place. People spend plenty money, the party spend plenty money. All things go astray. They're gonna court settle, they don't do out of court settlement. As they don't come on a court so no more, other judge don't come back. I think that Justice Fisher will don't stamp an even stricter injunction. How this year they work, how this thing they plan also, because people are confused, Lawyer Kalokoh.
Well, Pambulem na us na kushe is na Pambul fellow citizen Lawyer Kalokoh. Thank you for that question. You know, in reality, waiting injunction really mean the objective is to hold a case. When somebody file a case, he complain. Na court, una way na us na just put it this way, like how we can talk with case then na us. 2 picking and the fetch over something. That one they say na me get her, that one they say na me get her. The pencil. So you when are the parents, what you do? You do hold the pencil. You tell all 2 the picking and say, if una not go sit down, all man go sit down. Pass all man sit down, sample there go can't talk between now for determine who that get dispense in so. Now in an injunction. The injunction I for just tell everybody for sit down first, let una wait, let we look inside this case, let we judge them and decide who that get right and who that not get right. It's quite unfortunate for say the party they move from case to case, injunction to injunction. We kind of don't freeze political activities within the party, but pretty sure say APC being the resilient institution will they overcome this.
Okay, then thank you very much, Kalokoh. I mean, for that salient response. But again, many Sierra Leoneans will say, wait, so if this injunction don't come, they don't stop the party activities and not be able to do nothing. They don't try to get out of settlement, out of court settlements. Now they don't settle. Now this injunction don't come back. What's going to be the fate of the party going for? I mean, is it they get for Tina back for wait for the whole case for finish, or what's they get for do? Because waiting at the guarantee for say after they don't settle this, other person, other party member, other person will come up again and take the party in a court again. So it become a cycle, perpetual cycle. We're going to make the party not able to prepare themselves because election on fire again, 2023, then they approach so.
Well, you know what? Listen, there are two prongs to this question. I go answer the latter one first. So there are two ways for approach this. There's a political solution, there's a legal solution. As una know, there are underlying issues inside the party. We within our APC will not say all families in Tanso. All families always they get then chamot. But as you know, Tite and Tong the Jambo, they all be able to sit on at the same mode. So waiting the political solution to this problem is for let we able to put the necessary apparatus together so the leadership of we party go continue for give confidence to people that win a rank and file members of the party for say the party they operate in favor of everybody, nobody no need forget fear that the leadership go able to steer the ship in rudder in a very, very fair and straightforward manner we get integrity. As long as we address the underlying fears where everybody, the members of the party get, I think say everybody in hearts go down there. This spate of lawsuits and legal challenges will go actually subside. Unfortunately, that's not a problem we lawyer able to solve. That's a problem when a political, the politicians, the leaders of the party go able to do. Well, I come to the legal side. When you get a case in a court, they give you injunction. Me, all through my life, over 27 years now, I don't be a trial lawyer. So, I kind of sabi small the mechanics of doing cases. So when you get a case and file in a court, you always try for respond, give the court the respect we due the court. But then what you beyond that, there's a process of engagement. We lawyer they can always do that one. Then we continue for engage and consult and negotiate and discuss. Try for get an out of court settlement where we think say go be a win-win for everybody. That's exactly what I me the lean. Now that me once I don't want to try this case go all the way to the end. Let we try for address everybody in problems and let we focus as a party. Let we focus on the things, the commonalities, the things where we all agree upon and try for iron out the issues we will not agree upon. Let us reach an amicable settlement.
Okay, then thank you very much once more again, Kalokoh, for that smart response. Again, I want to tell people on the platform, say, you are all welcome on the platform. Madam Aissata, Shaban, Mr. Kuma, Juliet Pierce, Benjamin Banjama, and so many others who are coming to all welcome on the platform this evening. And we'll get somebody today who can clarify for with so many legal things and where people are confused about. And hopefully we go learn from this. We don't begin learn already because most of will not be even understand how this injunction business they and how it affects people. Like Kalokoh, going forward, what is somebody they ask now, Jesus know is that then we say after that first injunction, after that first issue, all of the problems where people they agitate for, where now APC prominent people and maybe they be worry about, then if we say that all be don't settle, that time make them able to put that case in a court because NRM seems as the body where represents the people and where not be happy with what they go on at the party and all the points and when they come up with this then if we say ultimately don't settle So how comes again this new injunction will come also? They say, who's footing? When this person gets take the party in a court, under which grounds, sir?
So when somebody they file a case in a court, there's always something what they look at. We they call local standard. We the lawyers the standing. So if you sue, you can somebody go to court, you get forget a standing first of all for let you sue. If you're a member of the party, registered member of the APC, you get right for can the party go na court anytime if you feel say certain things and they will happen in the administration of the party where you're not satisfied with. Secondly, the person who has a question say they feel say all the issues and the party already don't resolved. You know, if that was the case, somebody else not go file case challenging certain things. I believe most of the issues and the concerns where people then get about the party have been addressed. But I kind of have a feeling the fact that a new case don't file by somebody tells me not all the issues have been addressed. There are lingering issues that need to be looked into by the leadership. And I hope say with this new lawsuit, we go beyond and do thorough analysis and research for find out waiting really now other issues lingering out there which might prompt somebody for file a lawsuit going forward. And we try for approach this thing holistically and we address all the issues once and for all so people do not go file cases going forward.
Okay, then thank you once more again, Abu Bakarr Kalokoh. I mean, we couldn't be more clear with the submission there. So, but another thing that people want to know, you know, so we get to then different executive them from constituency, districts, regional, national, diaspora. What's in the faith? Because most people they say people are in a position, and then time you don't pass long since they don't adjourn them. And this case again, case after case, go make them they continue for adjourn them. How long they go adjourn them where it go fit in within the limits of the constitution of the party as well as the country constitution, sir?
I understand. We get serious issues going on, and I can understand people the confusion, the conundrum where a lot of people they find themselves for say, all right, well, we want to get new executives from the ward level going all the way to national, but then case they make things like that, no, they happen. Listen, so una way they out there, we want to see new executives come on board. I understand within una they think are they right there with una. Unfortunately though, because then cases also they exist and they don't put an injunction. Listen, we have a political party, not just a political party, a big institution like the APC. You know, practically, and I get to be very pragmatic now. I know to be a lawyer or politician at all, but you know, as it is right now, we can't continue for operate as a party by eliminating the current executive the way they will not say the time they don't expire, but we also get a political party for run. So practically we need them people here for day, even if for receive letter they don't want at the offices and for know waiting they happen and for able for make decisions on behalf of the party. So I ask everybody for be a little patient with the current leadership of the party from the ward level take go, make them continue for hold the fort, because we also no want for letting KCR throw the party into chaos, so we know the party will become unmanageable or ungovernable.
Okay, then thank you very much, sir. And I want to welcome Juliet Pierce and Bobo Lobo, Aisata Shaban, Moses Dumbuya, Khadijalo, Abdullah Eskonto, now all welcome to the platform. Again, Dr. Kalokoh, before we go forward, again, I plead with everybody on the platform, please don't continue for share. I don't see the number don't begin go up rapidly. When I love it, continue for share so that we get plenty people and we go witness this interview tonight. This is a very, very important interview. And two all in social media they argue, but Kuba Kuti will all confuse all man get your own point of view. But now we get somebody when I legal luminary, when I outstanding one part of that issue, we will come and verify or clarify most of the issues there going forward, sir. Again, we don't exhaust that side in terms of the APC. Your own side for legal wranglings. And many people they hope say this thing will be able to solve once and for all. Because again, like the party, like national parties, and many people will get their own disagreements one way or the other. So is it just an open-ended something that any APC person go able to come, obviously in a party member get rights for discount with the party or whatever, take the case in a court, automatically the judges them if somebody take case na court, then can case here, despite the ramifications were there, because people they prepare for do so many things for the party campaign they get for go on. So the lawyer, the judge can get power for stamp injunction at any moment. Is that so?
That is correct. You know, because I understand, you know, ours, like our, I mean, don't say that some of me audio, the word don't say, and I say ours is now a constitutional democracy. So unfortunately, when you get a constitutional democracy na impend one day. Democracy, they depend, the foundation of democracy na the rule of law. So unfortunately, the law is more powerful than even the president. So the law takes precedence. Anytime where somebody invoke the law, the judges unfortunately get the responsibility of looking into it, hear both sides, and come up with a judgment. And now I understand, you know, sometimes filing this many lawsuits can tend for promote nefariousness and some kind of you know, chickenery. But regardless of the outcome, the judges then always get the power for able freeze things, try for everybody, come inside it and promote justice. And justice is all we ask for.
Okay, then thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh, for that response again, which is a excellent response. Now, one jump at the other aspect of this particular legal wranglings. This one in relation to the latest revelations or expose from the Africanist press and the editor, Mr. Chengnoba. We don't see him make big allegations against key stakeholders now this current administration. And stakeholders including the office of the First Lady and the Chief Minister of the office about babala corruption, where if we say they take place in the office and beaucoup Sierra Leoneans are concerned because we know say corruption is a cancer in our country. And we know say if then as alleged by the Africanist press they happen, the suffering in our country not go stop. So Sierra Leoneans are asking the question, say, according to the laws in our country, what are the next remedy? Who are responsible for all them people on our key stakeholders in our current administration accountable? How they go do them? How they go show say yes, the law they work thoroughly and nobody not there above the law, sir.
So the like I was saying previously, the rule of law is sacrosanct. I mean, just because we have an administration, we have a president, we have an executive, does not mean they are above the law. First of all, I want to let everybody understand that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And the Constitution talks the rule of law is supreme. It reigns supreme. So nobody is exempt. Anybody who commits crime, including the president, you know, exempt from being held accountable. Make I just say this. So I don't hear about a lot of allegations with the Africanist press bring come more recently, the past few weeks or months, and I applaud them for the exceptional investigative journalism and all the things them way they don't bring forward na the public, and there's a lot of activity, public discourse. I believe say the Anti-Corruption Commission was set up precisely to handle situations like this. In the past, so when we don't listen to me audio them, as soon as they pull the GTT report, I talked, the very first thing what I say was, me na one person we always they support the fight against corruption, because corruption nine don't destroy we country, nine don't make we economically backward, and not to just Sierra Leone, Africa in general. So I kind of support every government where they try for stamp out corruption. But here's the catch though. So for me, I always don't say, I don't want to let the fight against corruption be biased and enough for be driven by political considerations. I always don't say this, several audios where I don't send to the president, I say they support him, the fight against corruption. At the same time, you should not say only the one the way they oppose me, not then corrupt, and not then no more would investigate. So here's my expectation. You know, inside America, outside we did so even the Attorney General appointed by the president is expected to be non-partisan, impartial in investigating as well as prosecuting crimes. So what I expect, and I agree with what the US ambassador said previously. Now listen, when you investigate corruption, you do not continue pointing fingers only at the opposition because you want to decimate the opposition. You should do introspection too. You look at your own inside. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. That's exactly how it is. So we expect the Anti-Corruption Commissioner for hold true to the oath we take for serve the people of Sierra Leone, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and also by extension, think say the judiciary gets just as much responsibility for bringing them cases, so look into them cases, so impartially investigate them, and obviously then one the way them feel say responsible for perpetrating any kind of corruption. Now we nation we hold public offices or otherwise for holding people that they accountable. Now listen, being the lawyer that I am, I can always say so. Every lawyer is a minister of justice. I am a minister of justice. So me na one person way not a yeri any story. I prejudge the issue from which I read the Anti-Corruption Commission said, and they look into a lot of their issues. Yeah, so I hate for prejudge them. I don't see all the revelations and the allegations. They are very, very, very serious allegations. And I expect the Anti-Corruption Commission for act, but not only for act swiftly. Take action soon. Don't be afraid for pick up people where they inside una own administration who una feel say they corrupt. At the same time, don't be pressured for things say you could just get for old somebody because somebody feels say you for olam or somebody say this person they oppose me.
Okay, in that regard, Lawyer Kalokoh, in that particular regard, what's in our parliament then role? Parliament get any role for this particular corruption fight or their allegation they also for play?
Well, you know, Parliament gets oversight authority under the Constitution. A lot of things that they happen now we public service. Parliament get the right for call relevant parties, conduct investigations, arrive at conclusions, and on some level maybe they can recommend prosecution. That doesn't mean prosecutions are going to happen, but I do urge. So long as Parliament take up something, they investigate them and probably refer matters to the Attorney General, maybe the Anti-Corruption Commission, that they go act on them. But then, you know, first of all, Parliament itself need for constitute themselves properly. They need for act, they need for begin their investigations. Yeah, so because these allegations are very serious allegations, and they are the representatives of the people. Now that's then they for hold public officials accountable. And for make sure say they exercise their authority, their oversight authority as provided for inside the Constitution.
Okay, then thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh, for that very, very good response. I believe say the question, ladies and gentlemen, when we continue for share this particular program here, so we learn quite a lot. You know, all the arguments we can get on social media, now the clarification they get to, all the confusion, people can come up with different opinion. But sometimes they find for me make sure say your opinion is backed by the law. So let me say, yes, this is in line with the law in Sierra Leone. So, you know, people and they think say somebody can just grab and do X, Y, Z. But if you're not in line with the law, it will be very, very difficult. So please, ladies and gentlemen, at the chat room, we'll share the program. Let we get more than 3 police number we'll get to, so that plenty of people then will be fortunate enough for being enlightened with this particular interview today. Very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. And Lawyer Kalokoh, going forward, you know, they read this Finance Act and these procurement policies, the model parliament, everything. If somebody, where they work for government, not go according to their act, they don't commit any crime?
Well, yes. Two things. There are two aspects to that thing, that question there. So there are administrative issues related to that. So first of all, the only reason we get procurement regulations and protocols are for make sure say we get some kind of rules where they guide the process, because the money business is waka day. And you know, when it's outside money business, the waka, the possibility for people then try for engage in corrupt practices, you know, really high. So now that make we getting regulations and so you know there is an administrative aspect. Somebody not follow their rules and that person for face some kind of administrative action, some kind of administrative discipline, remove them from imposition, send and go on leave without pay. And, you know, things we can do for make sure say we weed them people so out of the system where they bring corruption in the process of procurement. Now, the second part, the procurement protocols themselves have to be lawful. Now that make we get the procedures. So if you not follow the procurement protocols and for any reason you bypass the protocols because you want to confer some kind of monetary or pecuniary advantage to yourself, because somehow you're a gatekeeper of the procurement process, you commit a crime. The Anti-Corruption Commission Act actually address issues like that one day, and the Anti-Corruption Commission responsible for investigate people we know they follow procurement rules and protocols, and we they try for bypass so that they go confer some corruptly some kind of benefit upon themselves.
Okay, thank you very much. Because that what make we ask that question there, because according to the allegation the way it come out, most of the things they point out by the allegation, even at the Auditor General report we come out for 2019 as well, I think, or 2018, it gets a link for say people need to follow the proper laws them as enshrined at the Finance Act, so on and so forth. And again, Fambulem, now another clarification, and all the arguments, all they get there at a certain point are very, very important. Now the law for follow, you don't follow that, you don't break the law, and you can get for face the consequences. Again, Kalokoh, one other thing again, working more now, we plenty of people don't talk about recently, we say don't talk now this platform about now the case where the ADP leader, where now Mr. Mohamed Kamaiman Mansari gets na court right now. They say that particular case they a bailable offense. But people in that way, the prosecuting team say they try for me no grant Mr. Mohamed Kamaiman bail because Mr. Mohamed Kamaiman na a flight risk. That means say if they bail him, he can get liable for like run away in the country. So in terms of the law, and then two things I go juxtapose them. Who they in rights? Some people say they abusing rights. Some people say no, they're within the limits of the law for me no grant and bail. What's the legal standing for this case here?
So if I was the judge in this case, of course, when you get cases like that, so you balance the interests and the concerns of the parties. You look at the prosecution side and you look at the defense side. Listen, so those we say it's a bailable offense. I agree with you guys. It's a bailable offense. The whole idea of putting somebody on bond, we call on bond in America, on bail, now for ensure say the person appear for face the criminal trial, for face the charges who then bring come against them. So the idea is not to pre-punish someone as a means of paying the price for something with an allegation would then bring against the person. Listen, you know, there's a fundamental rule of criminal law. Every person is presumed innocent unless proven guilty by his peers and the court of competent jurisdiction. That's the whole idea. So, you know, they're not they charge you with a crime, they already assume say you don't commit the crime. Therefore, before you even do anything, they begin to punish you. So here, let's just come into the Kamariba case from the little one. No. If I've been to argue that, I would say, yes, the prosecution make a solid point that it might be a flight risk, and a person able to travel abroad. Yes, I understand that. You know, a lot of people and they were able to travel abroad. Listen, beaucoup Sierra Leoneans and they were they represent American ISO. A lot of them are dual citizens. They can always run away and go to their countries, but not one time a judge in America don't tell me say because them people are dual citizens they can run to their countries. Therefore, I not grant them bail. If the offense is bailable, they live here, they own property here, and then get significant ties to this country and the localities within they, and we don't provide sufficient terms and conditions where you go make sure say they present themselves for can't face the charges, they should be granted bail. So if I had to argue in favor of granting Mohamed Kamarimba Masari bail, so number one, he's a very prominent person, leader of an entire political party, don't run for president now we country once. That's a plus for him. Number two, he's a first-time offender. Now, the first time this way he commits an offense. Number three, now person will get a steady address where they're able for locate him. Number four, some conditions where he can put is the man can surrender in passport or any means where he go able for travel abroad. Now, listen, even if in extreme cases, I don't argue cases that also where I don't ask for bond for say, even if the judge gets skepticism as to whether the person go able to run away in the country or not, you can put the person under house arrest. So the person can then host, but he gets in freedom, he able for he carry out in civic activities whilst the case is pending, presuming the person innocent, he can't argue himself. But if all of them are then considerations, yeah, so we'll not look into them. We just say the man a flight risk. As a judge, I before asked the question, well, if na flight risk, are there conditions we can put to avoid him fleeing the country and making himself available? But that, as far as I'm concerned, maybe that question has not been asked and that issue has not been addressed. But I think that issue could be addressed. We know there are precedents where they take people, then passport them. They're not able to run away. They're not able to come out of the country. Worst case scenario, why they not put the man house arrest? Why they for go put in a prison for a bailable offense?
Okay, thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh, because this particular thing, it really don't reach to a Christian who people don't argue. I'm saying people are really frustrated, saddened, and confused. But I mean, you couldn't have made, I think, say, the people from America, you don't make a wonderful case for them. And hopefully, people in authorities and people who they defend them don't listen, go subsequently able to listen this and present this particular argument we don't make for what I think say a fantastic argument. Lawyer Kalokoh, as a potential, a former flag bearer of the APC party, a potential, because this will jump right into the next segment of the interview. Maybe if we get any other legal issue, we'll refer back to them, but we'll jump to the next segment now. And as a former flag bearer aspirant and a potential flag bearer aspirant again for the coming 2023 presidential election, what do you feel say you go able to do for help the party? Because the party they face waiting people in Kiala, some confusion, many impasse system. And as also a very key stakeholders in the party, so that you go able to bring about the unity, the much touted unity, or do you think we will get 100% unity for make sure say the party will be in a better position for contest the 2023 general elections, so that the party will be able to take the reins of power and come back into governance?
Thank you. A very good question. Yes, family would know this talk here. So united we stand, divided we fall. So is the simplest way we are able to put out for let we prevail 2023. Definitely, we need for unify as a party. So for me, in politics, my philosophy always don't be inclusiveness. I believe in inclusiveness. I disagree sometimes, and I'm a fiercely independent person. But in the process of disagreeing, I hate to sound disagreeable all the time. So meaning you whine and complain, but they do anything for solve problems, right? I always don't say, so why we not focus on the things we bring we together as an APC family? If we focus on them, we all, number one, we all want for win 2023. That's a commonality, common thing we run across all APC party, they're all flag bearer aspirants. So secondly, we are all Sierra Leoneans. Number three, we all are members of the APC family. I know they call them party. We are all members of the APC family. So if we focus on them three principles here, so when are the principles where they guide me all through my politics, I possibly not believe in division. I don't believe in complaining too much. I believe in reaching out. I believe in collaboration. I believe in tolerance. That's nine they make political party go before, that nine they make family go before. So what they do? Personally for myself, me on example what they show to everybody. Last time I go Freetown, I all see, I go find me brother Alaji Samsubana. I reach out to my brother Dr. Samura. I reach out to Dr. Richard Conte. I reach out to my brother MOV, a good friend of mine. We go to college. We're not friends. We're brothers. Yes, we all they try for aspire for the same thing, but at the same time, we need for disabuse with minds of this chronic thing where we all get for say, power get for being me. Well, they get for being me one way or the other. I mean, those are the things where I disagree with. So me feel say the idea of reaching out and talking and being friends and being brothers and discussing the things where they carry the party go before, how will they help the people the way they out there, the grassroots. That's na go able bring we come together. But who's one this, whose party where una they go sit down, everything for always be a fight. The mamikos, una way they listen. Una stop for the insight, una supporter there, una fans and for let they attack other flag bearer aspirants. I mean, them flag bearer aspirants here, so they're not una brother there anymore. Una not be brother again. Some of them una not get plaba safe. I mean, can't you just get up one day, you go fend Kemos say, like how me they do, like how Kemon and my big brother. So, you know, would they contest? But then so what? Now one person ain't go win at the end of the day. Listen, I just give this example. AP Kuruma, before Atiman for me flag bearer, AP Kuruma and my big brother. After flag bearer, AP Kuruma get for me my big brother. I be president or I not be president or AP Kuruma, now my big brother. So why are not focused on the family ties, the relationship we will get as brothers? At the left the family, I put the politics before. That's now we get for left as a political party. So una would listen to we, una put the brother, the family before, una left the politics behind. The politics go follow. If we all able to talk to each other, we able to go fend each other, we put the brother and sister business before, all them plaba also go end. And if we end, we come together as a family, we are a formidable force. It's not easy for between.
Okay, thank you very much once more again, Lawyer Kalokoh. But many APCians and many other sympathizers of APC and supporters and whatever, all of the APCians, and say, some people don't begin question the idea of getting absolute unity. They said APC is a political party with people of different ideas. If the party say no more on man for come together, sing kumbaya before they move forward, they say that's not going to happen because there is always people who will disagree for one reason or the other. What do you say to that?
You know what? Listen, me an optimist. Me not a pessimist. So me na one person who believes faith can move mountains. So be very, and I think that comes from my very strong Islamic background. Me believe say everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when God speaks kun fayakun. That's it. It don't done. So why you worry yourself about the things where you want for do for say they know they happen? You know, try it, you say it not gonna happen. Absolute unity, if possible, if we go after trying to get absolute unity, you know what? You start from yourself. Charity begins at home. Do you want unity? Reach out to the other guy, call the other guy, go fena, talk to him. Absolute unity, if possible. But now so no more we did now, we all did now we family circles there, we family structure them. We can bring unity a lot of times by just letting go. You need for let go certain things. And secondly, not to everything you for answer. Thirdly, not to everything you for fight for. Sometimes something then they let them go and try for collaborate, try for cooperate, work with the other person. And you know what? We'll get for develop this habit also of listening. We wouldn't at the APC, but would allow to listen to each other. If somebody else gets an opinion way opposed to you, listen to them. You don't need for cause other person because you get opinion way opposite you. If we just follow them basic principles here, so we go unify. And obviously, absolute unity is possible. And me, Lawyer Kalokoh, now that's the drive for. I am going to pursue absolute unity in the APC until we all unite. Because when I get for be the flag bearer, I don't want a divided APC. Dr. Samura really get for can support me. I need that. Now my big brother. I need Petito. I need Kemosise. I need Richard Conte. I need Anes Kuruma. Everybody, all hands on deck. We go there as a family. We fight as a family, and we win as a family. When we don't done, we come back. We govern as a family.
Okay, thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. And this takes me straight to the next question. Why, Lawyer Abu Bakarr Kalokoh, why you feel say the APC party for choose you as the presidential candidates for the 2023 presidential elections and general elections?
So a few reasons. I'm not going to bring come all the reasons, but I would say, first of all, being a very patriotic Sierra Leonean. Big deal. Born na saloon, born ya, mayor, eventually good day, die here. Now, me, not that Lawyer Kalokoh, I believe in Sierra Leone. And I get to do everything possible for make Sierra Leone thrive. Secondly, I think say the APC, they like how some people then say they're at a crossroads. our party needs a fresh face. We need a fresh face. We're able to take the fight to the enemy. And I think from the get-go, ever since we lose elections, I think Lawyer Kalokoh would always, within our Oski, attest for say Lawyer Kalokoh, he don't become the warrior of the APC. I think I don't bring the fight to the ruling government more than everybody else. Then bring the commissions of inquiry, attacker. GTT report, attacker. Then they attack Mahmoud Timkabo, attack that. Everything where they try for bring the APC party canon, Lawyer Kalokoh always did it for stand strong for fight for we party. And the third thing is this though. You see, if you debate for anything as a politician, every institution get their own ground rules, they get their own values, the things they believe in. So me na Posse Wake talk say when you be leader na APC, you be president or the APC, you get two jobs. You get the APC part of the job, then you get the country your own job. Any organization where you lead, you get to understand it very well. Well, at my age, I already don't be an active member of the APC for almost 40 years, 4 decades. Imagine how many people where I don't go through the mentorship where I don't go through before I reach so today. One of the great mentors the way I don't get na APC in my 20s. Now, Seri Kamal, of course, Eddie Toure, Pa Emel Bangura, Alaji Dododo, Tongbe. Of course, one of the big mentors who have been getting na APC, we been always they hold me on, na Sylvia Blyden in Papa, with Babatude Blyden, may his soul rest in perfect peace. Then a father figure to me, and Ina, we've been the interpret, representing the All People's Congress, interpret the 1991 Constitution before it became law, na SLBS. So I understand the APC, how the APC they function. I believe in equity, where the APC stand for, social cohesion, and that will make me a very strong contender. But finally, I think me are the most qualified candidate. Most qualified candidate. There are things from me, the way all the audio they are not able to talk about them. Family una way na us una no say Lawyer Kalokoh get a very solid grasp on the issues.
Okay, thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. I think you don't make your case. I hope say the APC party supporter them, stakeholder, everybody on your case. I think you made an excellent case. But again, people go to ask again, say, although Lawyer Kalokoh is a very, very fine candidate, he meets all the criteria then. Now, a remarkable gentleman, a real patriot, somebody will not stand for the party, Tiranga one. But just in case, in terms not reach it, like APC, you want single and say, have faith in God. If other person in terms don't reach, will Lawyer Kalokoh start with that person 100% for make sure say the APC win the 2023 elections again?
Yes. Fabule, when they listen to we brought up Muslim them. I've been talk some changes now. I say me possibly believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When God speaks kun fayakun. When a Muslim, when I know that when God say not to your time, not to your time. You get for believing that. I mean, one person we believe in that. So for that reason, in 2017, I not become the flag bearer, but man, I campaigned my heart off for Dr. Samura Kamara when I'm a big brother. So me not to power person. So I believe in the All People's Congress. I don't deny the party like I was say actively for almost 40 years. I believe in waiting the APC stand for. When the party make a decision, I follow the decision, I support it, I defend it all the way to the end. So for me own part, no, I not get problem that side. If me time not reach it, me time not reach it. Like how people that they say, una we yeri timini, aloko montabien, aloko bombobik, aloko bombotas. You time not reach it, you time don't reach, you time don't pass. If you believe in those, you go be calm.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's a very patriotic move. Like when they say no more, if I know we all the APC party stakeholders made all support and make sure say them prepare them party, because in any political arena, now any country, the country for be blessed with a ruling party and a very strong opposition. Because only when the country gets a strong opposition, the ruling party go there on the hills and go fight for deliver for the people. Because they know say if they not deliver, the strong opposition will come kick them out and then will take the captainship and the boat. So I believe say people, Sierra Leoneans, generally they look for make sure say the main opposition party puts the house in order and prepare themselves going forward. But again, Lawyer Kalokoh, what I want to stress on again, if you don't talk about the unity and the party and everything else, how that's very, very important for the party moving forward. Now you profess some good ideas, yes, so about the party moving forward. But what you don't do with the idea and then you don't able to reach out to the party, to the other flag bearers and the party key stakeholders them with the idea and they so that they go see they go chase the advisor and begin to implement some of the things talk. So because they are brilliant ideas, nobody would disagree with them, sir.
Yes, I have, and I always do. I don't believe in just bringing them one time. So since day one, ever since we lost elections, I reach out to all key stakeholders. You know, preach this idea, say, you guys should not just start and stop. Una continue for talk, una continue for bring the family together and not shy away from the other person. I think that's going to make we able to work as a team. As we talk now, me na person where they try for collaborate with practically everybody. You know, me na the one candidate way go tell you, say, I talk to Payasane, I talk to Pamingalo Masare, I talk to Pahanes, I talk to Dr. Samura, they talk to my brother Sam Sumana, AP Kuruma, Paulo Conte, Dr. Mara, everybody where you can think about, because that's what I believe in. And you know what? I know they only call them and talk to them. They encourage them for let them do exactly what in myself they do, try for reach out to every other person. If we begin for do that, we all suddenly the APC, all the flag bearer aspirants go become a web of friends and brothers.
Absolutely. I mean, that will be remarkable and very, very good advice. And I hope say and pray say everybody will come on board for the advice and because like we say, we're going to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is a united APC party, very, very strong opposition. We go keep the ruling party on the hills, and that's good for Sierra Leone because Salone needs all it could have for push this the country forward. Kalokoh, somebody that asked questions say, Kalokoh, a fine gentleman, very good candidate. But one disadvantage we see from you is that you not in a salon most of the time. Pass you go and come. So most of the time that puts you as a disadvantage. Why you not go sacrifice for let you go in a salon so that you say go able make sure say every day the operations or always say go in a salon you go able get involved. The person fee say if you so do then in take you say you're number one candidate. What do you say to that, sir?
Oh, absolutely. I agree. And, you know, obviously they put things together for try for day na salon on a permanent basis. Thank you very much to the person for the advice, a very good advice. But you know what, listen. So I want to way to listen out there, let una know one thing. So being in Sierra Leone, we are not use being in Sierra Leone as a prerequisite, as a ruler for determine somebody eligibility for become presidential candidate for we country, yeah? So now the person in heart, now you they look. So there's a lot of people then in Sierra Leone, then live in the country. Believe me, those people are not good for Sierra Leone. Just because they did in Sierra Leone no means they're good for Sierra Leone at all. And also, make I say this, to the person we talk, I can always say one thing. Not underestimate the APC. No one person not the inside the APC were popular. So APC, one thing what I believe in, the APC when me know what I believe in, all they need to do is hold the person in hand and say, this not the candidate. That's about it. That's about it. The APC party, me Lawyer Kalokoh go tell everybody, I'm not going to Sierra Leone for make me self-popular. The party a big pass we all. Are they going to Sierra Leone for participate? But believe me, are willing for left behind the party. I know they do like other candidates where they go and say, oh, now me popular, a popular pass everybody in the party. No, not to you. Now the APC na unpopular. So the APC, I get faith in the APC party and when I continue to get faith in the APC party, when the APC say that this person, regardless of who side that person come out, believe me, the strength and the power where APC get, when I go see inside 24 hours, if that person did not become more popular than Madabi.
Thank you very much. And again, Ladies and gentlemen at the chat room, I just want to recognize some few people. Mr. Ibrahim Kataman Kamara, Mr. Jibril, Jokol Kadi, Donald Geba, and so many other people. Now comments are all welcome. Unfortunately, because the comments are plenty today, we're not be able to read all the comments them. But we can choose some few comments and I will just read for let people they say. Jokol Kadi say you can be the most qualified candidate, but not the best candidate. And Jibril say Lawyer Kalokoh is more smart and fluent more than all the other APC flag you have. Okay, interview, okay. And Brother Ibrahim Kataman say, okay, fine candidates, but what you don't do for the party and for the country. And Dorita said, thank you so much. Lawyer Kalokoh, according to Kadi said, you are prepared to accept Leones in Sierra Leone other than foreign currency, and so on and so forth. Many, many comments. Now, comments are all welcome. And like we always keep saying at this platform here, so the platform now for we all Sierra Leoneans, and we let the spirit at this platform. We all agree for disagree peacefully. We all respectful. Nobody need to, begin talk the way not to good talk them. That is how we like it. We all are Sierra Leonean. We all get for to make sure so we come together for the good of the country. Kalokoh, now we move to the next segment. We want to thank you because we don't take lots of your time, and you're a very busy person. You don't give it time today. For all can go through this realization, and they go to Senomodom interview other people in back on this platform from Dr. Samuel Kamara, Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Mami Petito Koruma, and Honorable Kemosisi as well. So we depart the trend, and people they get the message, people they hear now, and most of the interview they tell you say we don't get thousands, some over 20, 30,000 views where people don't see whether you're all over the diaspora and Southern all over. So believe say the message reach to the internet people, when the general populace. And now they move to the other side again of what's in happen, what are the main thing that we continue, Poko Sierra Leone and concerned about. This is not the economy, where Salon people like call bread and butter. Now we don't see the latest revelation here or expose by Mr. Chernobyl of the Africanist Press. We don't kind of reveal some massive corruption, although it's alleged. But we also don't see from the Auditor General in report 2018-2019. It said cash short over 140 something billion. This keep over 170 something billion. So there are plenty money there. And people in the country, they cry say the ground dry. People they really unhappy in relation to what's happening. We all let me big expose also for corruption. And the fight against corruption also now a perception. So what if you say, if you get the opportunity for become the flag bearer for the APC party, or even now, what if you say you were able to do in cooperation with other Sierra Leoneans for bring confidence to them, say the fight against corruption is important, is relevant, and a fight where we not for give up na the country. Because as it stands now, plenty Sierra Leone, they want to say, but the people always say that they fight corruption. Now, when they get back, they say they party billions and billions and billions. What you will say now? People are giving up. What do you say, sir?
Well, to thyself be true. I first again for say last time I be issue or you was say a lot of complaining from the current government. I understand the reason why we cannot get sympathy. They said they were coming to drain the swamp and take the country to a new direction. So if the direction they go backwards, well, of course, that means they're not doing a good enough job. So the fight against corruption, one of the reasons why me think say the government they stall in the process of fighting corruption now because now selective justice. So then they pick and choose the people that wouldn't they go after for the corruption. Well, the fight against corruption is so massive, it's so don't permeate Sierra Leone society that if you begin, even from within them where they govern, if you say not only outside they look, they look inside, they succeed now the fight against corruption. So one thing with me they say is me a very, very staunch person will believe in the fight against corruption. Because for me, I just get a zero tolerance attitude I don't develop over time about corruption. I don't believe in that. Therefore, my commitment is this. if and when I become president of Sierra Leone, you make that commitment beyond just waiting the anti-corruption they do. You for make that personal commitment to me and fellow members of the cabinet for say, you know, go engage in corruption, and you give the undertaking that if any such thing happens, because me and Apostle we believe in telling people waiting they come. So you know, I'll not surprise you that you engage in corruption, I will take administrative action, i.e., to the extent possible, suspend, and if possible, fire you, and prosecute. Not only prosecute, punish. Because me and Apostle we believe say the law forget teeth, the law forget. That is what is not happening in this administration. Now that make una see this massive allegations here, so they happen because the Anti-Corruption Commission, they dance around the issues. So then they pick and choose the thing that way they want for investigate, therefore they know they succeed. So now that's not the issue where they happen. And unless we really become serious in the fight against corruption, such that there are no sacred cows, will not go succeed in the fight against corruption. And I urge this government for do for look inside. Who say una self where they govern, una look una self and make sure say corrupt elements and not they if they una weed them out. I am saying this as a Sierra Leonean because we need that for let we country go before.
Okay, thank you very much, Kalokoh, and that is very, very relevant because I'm waiting up right now. People are not happy, people are confused, people are sad. And now the other aspect is our economy. Most people will agree that it's in shambles. Some people they say it's in tatters. Sierra Leoneans, countrywide, they suffer. Tintiganga, the Grand Dry, the bread and butter issues is in chaos. And recently, even the Leons now in country, short. What are you going to do as a potential presidential candidate for address this issue, given the opportunity, sir?
So first of all, let's come to the issue of the currency way short. Family, una way na also na be already audio was being released. I think it must have been New Year's Day. What I talk about that issue there. Listen, if we una way then the government either engage in hoarding the currency, that means una they keep and boku, una take the money, una keep an house, or una know people the way they take this money and keep an house, or una know business people where they take the country in currency, keep an house for let una able for spend and later una not take no action. That now una responsibility. If na me na president. So the first thing, when you have issues like that happen, you have to bring down the sledgehammer and talk tough. If you catch anybody where they hold the country in currency, take away, go keep an house, you get for bring the law come down on that person, whether that person they in governance or not they in governance or it not really matter. Now, una way then also be address that issue. I've been say the governor been say, then go print more notes, then go to the company where they print Lyons for Wina France, Thomas Olarue for let them print more notes. But una be every way to talk. I say, governor, I mean you talk say you believe say people then keep the Lyons inside us. If you go print more currency, you bring a kind of salon, you distribute that currency, then the one where the people then keep that house, if they pull an ado, not to inflation, it don't cost, prices then go up. Because you get more Lyons in the street with very few goods. Therefore, prices automatically now hyperinflation will they get. So I think say that's small economics where I pull for them. Now it make them backtrack and not see them bring candidate again. But one thing where they not do is una go after the one the way keep this money in a house. Unless it be say now una keep the money in a house. Then that's why I can understand why una not able to go after the one the way keep this money in a house. So that's the problem. The second thing about the economy, you know, successive governments, this government being notorious about that, way and notice, they know they do very well. So this government come then campaign, then say, then go able to diversify the economy. And I believe say the solution to Sierra Leone with economic problems we'll get is to diversify the economy. So what we call GDP, gross domestic product, what in Sierra Leone they produce, where we serve the export to sell to other countries so they get foreign exchange, right? So mostly what's in the know we for? Bauxite, iron ore. So you know why the economy collapsed? Because the commodity what we export, we depend, first of all, Sierra Leone preponderantly depend only on mining. Bauxite, iron ore. Now that's what they send. Well, if you they sell something in the street, whether you they get money out of that thing, they depend on the price of what you they sell. So bauxite and iron ore, what they export, what they sell abroad, is also vulnerable to price shocks, meaning if you they sell 1 ton of iron ore, $40, $40 a ton, and then all of a sudden the price dropped to $2, guess what? The country don't lost for every 1 ton una export, una don't lost $38 immediately. So what happens? Your economy collapses. Ever since the economy collapsed 2014, where Ebola came, and companies where they mine iron ore and bauxite in our country left, and the price of iron ore dropped in the international market, we economy don't for them. So this government come, they say, well, we need to diversify the economy. But guess what? What I don't notice is the government, because they don't run short of money, they are desperate for money. In fact, they exacerbate the production of iron ore, and they're in fact more dependent on mining. They're not able to diversify the economy at all. What do I mean by diversify the economy? So gross domestic product, you know, like how people then say, you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. This is what this government is doing. They're all depending only on bauxite and iron ore. So why would not begin for produce other things, agricultural products? Why would not begin for develop mines? People were able to provide services to other countries abroad. So we sell their services here. So like how India and China, they do. So they not depend on one thing for the economy. So what thing they happen? If we begin for sell with brains, we begin for sell coffee, we begin for sell cocoa, we begin for export bananas, their other product and they serve as shock absorbers. So if iron ore or gold or diamonds, what would they export? The prices then drop. The other products and what would they produce? What would they export abroad? They provide some kind of equilibrium, some kind of balance, so the economy not for them. But somehow these governments not sabi how to do that one day, and they're not able to do that one day. When I become president, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. I want Sierra Leone to be a burgeoning economy. I want to focus on providing services what would they sell to other countries abroad, so we country in economy not go be unifocal. And this government, like our CISO, then they operate a unifocal economy and they not sabi diversify the economy. That's why Team Tranga for Udana host.
Okay, thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. I believe the people don't get a clear message here and again in relation to how you go for tackle the economy. But again, I want to go back to the revelation from the Africanist press, where we see they link something to the office of the First Lady. As a response from the Anti-Corruption Commission and the commissioner is that he say and go investigate the First Ladies them going back 14 years. The First Lady office going back 14 years. When many people they say, maybe what's in the commissioner want to do so? Is it just trying to kick the can down the line as they can say? Or is this a prudent move by the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, sir?
It's not a prudent move. I believe it's a way of hiding corruption. I mean, I understand what the Anti-Corruption Commissioner they try to say, but I mean, you know, if that came about out of his own volition, now him come up with that idea, they nothing not trigger the issue, before understand the bona fides, the good faith basis, the truth of waiting, the value of what they try to do. But if you wait here now, only when they accuse the First Lady of corrupt practices, then he say, I go investigate First Ladies going back. You know, the first thing we can have in mind, and I believe most people waiting at us is, are you trying to cover up? I think that's what he's trying to do. If they try to make sure, if you are like you know what will be small, right? Then catch you put your finger at the soup, you pull the fish, they would hold you, they want me to say, no, not to me, one, I'm to serve me the door. That kind of a thing. I mean, now you your finger now in the catch inside the soup, you pull the fish there. Now you they get for punish, right? So I believe say that's what the Anti-Corruption Commissioner they try for do. Una way they na host family, una way they na host, una no say that action the way the Anti-Corruption Commissioner they try for do na BS. You know, make no sense. Investigate the allegation who then bring camp. The former First Ladies, nobody no make allegations against them. Left that one for. Oh, you know what thing? So the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, you want to investigate the previous First Ladies? I want you put on first. Now investigate this one first. So we don't know this one. Maybe you will think about the other one there. But this particular one, not cover them up because they make allegation and because you belong to the party where the First Lady did, and somehow the First Lady don't embarrass on a party, and you feel say investigating this First Lady go embarrass you and you go embarrass on a political party. So I don't think that's there's any good faith in that.
Okay, thank you very much, Kalokoh. Again, I mean, the response could not be clear. But let's move again, because for this bread and butter issue, people can feel say, most people believe say intertwine with peace and security in a country. Because a country gets a conducive climate, I can call them, where business people then go able to go there and feel say this country, it's nice to do business because the business then say they do what they call due diligence, check what's in and then they look for better, I mean, peace and security as well, political stability. And what will be seen at the previous administration, say what's made about the previous administration, Sierra Leone was ranked as one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. But nowadays, it's some political instability. Recent, I mean, today says they conduct a by-election at Kailaun, na constituency 010. And we don't see previously to that, we don't see beaucoup videos them, they're going to tell people they're going to bush, all links and they create a conducive climate for their business go thrive, their economy go fine. What are you advise to this current administration in terms of peace and security in the country, sir?
So when I've been studying development economics, one of the very first things we then teach is that investments. So a lot of people like for the talk about attracting foreign investors. There are underlying environmental issues where foreign investors they look at before they go to any country, and believe me, the prime amongst them is political stability. Any country where politically unstable, nobody know how to put money there because now losses. That's very clear. So if I had to advise President Bio, Mr. President, if you listen to me, listen, you need for calm down the waters in your country. You know why I advise so? Because you na me president, you na the president of the country. I want let me country succeed. You cannot continue attacking people and fomenting chaos and division in the country and expect people to bring their money and invest there. People will not come. Well, you know what? Because of the lack of peace and security in our country, I will tell you what don't happen. So a lot of people then they say, well, investors, they know they come out abroad, they can't invest in our country. But no, Pambule, when they observe, me they watch carefully. And they watch the economy, how it go. Something don't happen back in our country. Because of a lack of peace and security, even businesses, existing businesses inside the country, where they provide revenue to the government, they are fleeing, they are leaving. So what's happening, there's massive capital flight. So money they come out in Sierra Leone, money where people then go able use for do business our country, money where the government go able get revenue, they left Sierra Leone now because the people that we get in business, they run away, go Liberia, then they go Guinea, then they go other countries. That's they create economic shocks. So, Mr. President, for let you able control the country, you for able for bring your family together. Where you see them give the title, the fountain of honor, peace, and justice. There's a reason for that. Your job is to be the magnet. You bring everybody together and you get for provide a sense of security. So we were in America. When they observe back home, we see how suddenly an environment of peace and security, what it do for America very recently. You see how America don't bounce back? That is what peace and security does for every country. When a country is peaceful and stable, the economy they grow. But this government not able to bring security, assure business people for say then go be protected from violence and harm. Therefore, the economy is suffering. But you know what, Mr. President, when the economy suffers, okay, you get enough for it, you then they pay you get free host. Now the country they pay for all that day, but remember the policy where they not host. The insecurity where you don't provide, it don't make the policy where they not host not able to get one cup rest for let eat because business people where they import the rest, they left the country. The one they were supposed for come, they not agree for come because they're afraid violence.
Okay, thank you very much. And I believe saying a good advice now one day where you don't get to the current administration. Hopefully people then go there, they will listen. And that's not for the good of the nation because lately as well, we don't see so we country don't very polarized. The different camps and very polarized and for almost we for not say we country in one country get we all now that country like Kalokoh say we are brothers and sisters. Lord, we seek the interest of the general good for we all now the country. It's very, very important going forward. And that's going to economy like way Kalokoh just tell we. Kalokoh, I want to revert back to the as a means for concluding this particular interview, Lord revert back to the APC's issues. Because many people are still concerned about what's in the happen within the APC party. Because again, we know say the ruling party they try to count so many things them where they unsettle people them. now the APC party. So they're asking the question, say, the people that want to take APC in a court, would they not be better for make them come and try to engage the party? Like when they say, no, dry you dirty in public. Do you think that would have been a better solution for them people that want to take APC in a court for men and go come inward and engage the party, put them the issues them across, and men and go try to deal with them within the party as a family, as one party, so that they go iron them out instead of face so much obstacle? Because anything don't go to court, it get for take time, tell and call the case, maybe they get for a journey case, and this is just a create more commotion at the party and more tension and more, all of those sort of things. What you say, sir?
Well, I understand. So we family, I understand what you would say. If us not sell you, Twitter will buy you, So that's not true. So we did now we host. Of course, the opposition really just want for exterminate we and get we out of the way, because we happen for be a thorn not the flesh. But I understand at the same time, the opposition not get the responsibility for fix what they happen at we own party. We were the inside and we supposed for fix them. So yes, what you say, I agree with you. We the one that way they bring problems, would they bring file then KCR and court, I encourage them for let them find it within themselves, for let we able for come inside the party, for let we talk their issues here. So as a family, it is the African way. Now the right thing for do. We believe in consultation. We believe in working together as a family, able for resolve their issues. Yeah. At the same time, make I just not be one-sided and just say the one that would file in case here. So just come inside the party for law can resolve the issues. Yeah. So because one thing, me I always like for be candid about everything they do. If you ask the people that would file in case here, say let them come inside the party, but the leadership of the party not honest enough or not they act with integrity for address genuinely between we, the party, them, and God Almighty, we make way. This party not go no side. The truth shall set you free. That's not the truth. So the leaders of the party, see it, find it within yourselves. For let una bring people them where they can the party go before, let una negotiate in good faith. Don't come there in bad faith. See, one of the problems we don't happen now with party. So when the leadership begins to take sides, how the leadership go able for broker peace between warring factions inside the party? Then one thing say we don't make this thing very difficult. I get to be very honest now. So party leaders refrain from this habit of taking sides between aspirants and people the way they run for office. It they undermine una ability for unify the party, because una self don't become players. When you don't become player for anything, you don't descend into the arena. The person will file the case. How we go believe say you na person we honest enough for able bring peace or able address the issues if you don't get for address the issues, yeah, so in favor of you or in favor of the candidate we support. That one is a bad thing. Let we begin for act honestly as brothers, as sisters, as people we love the APC party, and as people we love Sierra Leone. Let we be truthful and let we be godly too, as people that we believe in God. Let we try for be honest and say the truth. Them people, yeah, so if they see candor, honesty, truthfulness, integrity, uprightness in we, waiting up before we one of the leaders, I swear to God, them people, yeah, so when they file then case here, if we call them for law can't talk, then case here, I think say they go listen and they go be more willing for withdraw then case here. La just say something where President Biden say where as support. Okay, we for lead by the power of our example, not by the example of our power.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to not just continue for sure, although they round up. At least what we don't land today, plenty, very, very important. And the good lawyer don't take time, don't explain to we didn't see us so clear one, proper Creole, so that me and you say, even in Mamina markets, instead go understand exactly what's in the happen at the country in relation to all the segments I will discuss about the APC party, the in leadership aspirations and the economy business. Like Kalokoh, again, we don't get to be noticed that the Wetego platform say the latest litigants and this case when bring come, then they call say the leadership, now the party and them don't therefore step down. But if you say we don't talk and say, well, if they step down, our thing will be chaotic. So how possible to address and kind issue then they? Because that this is the problem again. Many people are saying that, okay, one like these comments or whatever, the people are not in position, they step down now, but there couldn't be a vacuum. So how we able and the party go able sensitize the people and say, okay, wait, so now wait, any process taking place so that we get for commodity, get for commodity, get for coming, and things will work smoothly. Because if now if you tell the people what they in charge, men and commode, then there's a vacuum. Then what thing will happen? What now you take, sir?
So what I believe in is inclusion. So if all them people also they ask for the current administration, then time don't expire. Okay, yes, I don't defend it, I say, but if we pull them, suddenly you leave a vacuum, and that vacuum is going to be filled by chaos, and that the governing party wants. That's what they want to see. I mean, at one person we don't believe in chaos. We get for maintain structure. At the same time, I also get for say this though. The leadership of the party should consider taking swift action to address those issues. So one thing they were been done at the MOU with the NRM, I respect that. Setting up an interim body we go able man the affairs of the party going forward if the various factions don't lose faith in the current leadership of the party. Not every one of them, but the majority of them. So one thing when we believe in, perhaps because of my legal background, one person where, we get principle in the law, everybody will learn that principle where you begin for land law. You cannot be a judge in your own cause. If you try for judge case, but you're not part of the case, you're not able for judge the case. So waiting at the principle where the judicial system, the legal system don't craft for make sure things like that don't happen. Anytime a judge has an interest in a case, it is called a recusal. You recuse yourself. If una way they listen, some of una way watch waiting happen. Recently, when they cared Donald Trump in case where he filed for because he lost the election, he can't go to the US Supreme Court. The last judge where he appoints at the US Supreme Court, as soon as they get that case, they go, the first thing where that judge they do, the very honorable thing where he do is he recuse himself. He withdraw a name from the panel where they sit in that case. You know why? Because he want to avoid being biased. He want to avoid being partial. He want to avoid being dishonest, and he want to act with integrity. So as they say, waiting wrong if certain people will hold positions at the parties, people they don't get faith in una. What is wrong with stepping aside? Stepping aside now die? Is it killing? It's nothing. If stepping aside, now you go make APC go before. Well, now the lily sacrifice that way you get for make for the small position, we executive position, we own at the party. That's the sacrifice you have to make. We all now they sacrifice no more they make for let the party go before. Not to pauper, not to say pauper. Now you get for all this position inside the party. If people then feel say you don't become partisan, you don't become biased, they act with integrity for the office or the national office where you hold. Consider stepping aside. Let somebody neutral come so we go able to bring with family together. We don't have all the time in the world. If you are the only stumbling block, then step aside, let somebody else come so we go able for unify. So the way they say, let all the members of the executive step aside right now, me na beg at the beg. Do you make them not step aside right now? Otherwise, if they step aside, now bingo from other view. Now that you want. Then the APC go descend into complete chaos. And we don't want that.
Okay, thank you very much. And finally, Lawyer Kalokoh, because we come to an end now. One tell people who don't patience, we thank you plenty, because the number is still high. We get plenty comments them now. We're not going to read all of them, but we appreciate our comments them and our contribution so much at this particular platform here. And we appreciate the good lawyer Kalokoh. Thank you very much. But for roundup, this is a final question to round up. Now, people then they say, if this thing continue, the party itself gets a big risk. If they continue for the getting case here, say this year they sky for dawn. Then they will do the convention for bring a new executive, then go fall at the same issue where the ADP party don't fall apart. So is that risk with constitution of Sierra Leone? Is the party get any of the risk legally for say the party will be discontinued or anything like that?
Yes. And because, under the constitution of Sierra Leone, every party is supposed to run their affairs respecting core tenets of democracy. That's what the constitution says. And I'm not sure the exact section not the Constitution if it's section 33 or 34, but I will double check that one day. So, you know, if we continue this path, down this path, obviously, because we're not able to bring we house to order, somebody has to do it for us. And fair enough. I mean, seriously, if we're not able to organize we own affairs, well, why you think say PPRC enough for step in and try for organize we? Because we're not capable. I don't believe say we're not capable. We're very capable for organize, for arrange and fix we own problems. We just have to be sincere about them and honest, and we should not stop trying, especially the leadership. Do something about it. I think it's become very apparent. Everybody's very concerned about the trajectory of the APC party. A lot of people very concerned that the process is undemocratic and unfair, and it tilted to favor certain people. If those are the issues, leadership, step up. That is what leadership is all about. Unfortunately, when you're a leader, you get to make tough choices. So most of those choices may not be the best for everybody. They don't have to be. You just have to be sincere. You have to be honest, and you have to be in the middle, and you have to act with the requisite good faith bona fides, good faith basis, considering that, number one, you forget an interest for left a legacy for the APC party and the legacy for the country of Sierra Leone, where they will remember you till thy kingdom come. So you for act on behalf of everybody, the flag bearer, them, the grassroots, the people that were not able to talk for themselves, so that this party will be more inclusive, it will be fair, it will be a level playing field where everybody get chance, regardless of who side of the social spectrum you find yourself.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh. And again, before we round up this program, I want to say the chief litigant, for that case, I think I want Mr. Alfred Conte, therefore appear on this platform very, very soon. But again, in continuation for this serialization, next week we will get Chief Tonkla. Chief Tonkla is a former flag bearer aspirant for the APC party, and again, got be potential aspirant for coming 2023 again. Now, aspirant will based at the United Kingdom. Chief Tonkla will be at the hot seat next Saturday, the same time, at the same platform. So I just want to make you know that. And Mr. Alfred Conte, the chief litigant, for this case, against this second case, against the APC party, and even the PPRC, they put the names of the respondents or the defendants them as well, get for appear at this platform as soon as possible. So that Lord watch that space. Lawyer Kalokoh, we want you take you plenty. Because we like all the same, we appreciate you greatly. And what you don't come clarify for which they look at the last point. Very, very important. I believe say key stakeholders in the party go to listen. And they go take the NTS so very, very serious. And what you all man want, the question of honesty, fairness, transparency, I believe say that's not going to be beyond the party for able to do that. And I believe say by God in power, the party go do that for the good of the party, the good of the country, and the people of Sierra Leone. We need a good opposition party. We go ready for take the reins of power. So that the party where they in governance will not say any mistake will make like that. Any mistake they don't go from the governance, the party, the mistake they pass mark. So let the opposition prepare. Where election can, the people will get a proper choice. We hope say all the key stakeholders, including Lawyer Kalokoh, will make sure say that happen. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, all good things must come to an end. But before we end, Lawyer Kalokoh, I want you the last word. What make your case to Sierra Leoneans, this is not to Sierra Leoneans in general. Why you for be the president after the 2023 election, sir?
Well, Fambule within a host when they listen to me. Me na person we prepared. I think I don't see the best of everything. I don't see the best of everything how government they work in the United States now. I don't get a lot of opportunities where me feel say my country will benefit from. And I really can't wait for bring all those goodies back home. There is more than enough na yaso for able pull comot na ya and go develop with country. That's exactly what I want for do. Secondly, I want for let una understand say I get una na heart. I understand what you they go through, all the difficulties what they go through. Obviously, pretty soon that will end when Lawyer Kalokoh becomes president. I mean, a grassroots like una no need for explaining me una problems. Me mama na pamai even they sell na market before me self I've been they sell the pamai na market and I've been they told soda so. So una way they na grassroots where they sell na PZ and Sani Abacha Street, una understand Lawyer Kalokoh na one of una they na for be una champion to the women. I understand all the difficulties where they go through, the problems where everybody they go through, and those are the issues where I want for address. To my fellow flag bearer aspirants, I want for tell una boku thank you where una step up for make democracy inside the APC vibrant, keep up the fight. I want for continue for work with una. I want una support when I become flag bearer of the All People's Congress, and when ultimately I become president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I want una all hand inside it. I want we govern as an APC party. I want we govern as a family. I tell everybody thank you. Una good night.
Okay, thank you very much, Abu Bakarr Kalokoh, for this, salient response. I believe say the people in a salon from grassroots, they go to the key stakeholders and they don't get the message. And so the bonding and the courts. Ladies and gentlemen, the quarter no more. Next Saturday, we'll get Chief Tonkla na the platform. Chief Tonkla na another aspirant for the APC party come 2023 in based na the United Kingdom. So we'll look at any form now, I think I'm one of the youngest candidates, but the candidates and the potential flag bearers then. So Lord, we'll give for him next Saturday. But ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, we don't come to the end of this program. I know say the number very, very high on the platform right now, but like you said, all good things must come to an end. We don't really get the pleasure for deal with the illustrious lawyer, Abu Bakarr Kalokoh. We run on plenty things from him. And I believe say most of the confusion, most of the arguments, we go lay them to rest. Now, parentia, so where the lawyer don't talk about. We don't know them, we don't talk about them, and now they tell us all thank you. Plenty from our contribution them once more. God bless you all. God bless the country, Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, Lawyer Kalokoh.
Thank you for having me.